Hey guys, so I'm going to try this video again, and I did it yesterday and somehow it got corrupted in the transfer to the computer and was unreadable. So let's do it again. This is the $600 truck here. So it's in okay shape, paint's pretty faded, windshield is cracked, you know, some rust certainly. You'll notice a bit of a misalignment there on the between the cab and the box. And I thought it was originally because the cab mount rusted, which cab corn is rusty, but it looks like the actual rubber mount has disintegrated or disappeared. Oh, that just dripped water on my camera. You know, the usual dents and dings, some rust, decent hitch on it. I haven't actually tried looking under the plastic bed liner here. There we go. It actually doesn't look too bad under there. The Ziggy's under there. Miller. A little more rust on this side, nice big dent here. Tires were replaced. He said last winter, but I think he meant the winter before that. So that means they're about 1.5 years old. Maybe have about 6,000-7,000 Ks or miles on it. I'm not sure which. You know, little things like the mirror needs to be replaced. Biggest problem with this guy, like the things I have to fix in order to safety it, well, in order to be able to drive it, and safetying it is part of that whole mess. Okay, obviously the crack in the windshield has to be fixed. The brake warning light is on, and I know that one of the parking brake cables is broken. I don't think that would have put the warning light on. I think only a problem with the hydraulic system would. It's a high miler, by the way. 320,000 Ks. So that is like, oh, what does that come out to? About 180,000 miles. A little more, probably closer to 200. So anyways, the only thing that would bring that brake light warning on would be some problem with the hydraulic system. So I'll have to have a look at that. I'll have to fix the broken parking brake cable. The biggest problem with this thing, and the reason why Stewie was getting rid of it, was no oil pressure. Now, it could still be the sensor, but I think it unlikely, because you can hear the lifters ticking away when it's running. And he said that when he'd get oil pressure back, and it was kind of odd the way it would come back, but when he'd get oil pressure back, the ticking would go away. Now the engine isn't knocking yet. He pretty much stopped using it as soon as he saw that he wasn't getting any oil pressure. One of his buddies recommended that he would change out the oil filter to fix the problem with the low oil pressure. And what that ended up doing is it ended up completely taking it away, and at that point he just parked it out front to sell it because he figured it was a major issue. He had one of his buddies look at it. Let's pop the hood. And they said they didn't see any oil movement. And what I assume they did was that they popped the oil filler cap off and looked to see if there's anything coming up out of the push rods. And regardless, he said he didn't see any oil movement, so that's probably what the problem is there, or that it is definitely no oil pressure. He said that his buddy figures it's the oil pump. I did a little research on my own, and one guy said he's never seen a small block oil pump fail. He said it's far more likely that the pickup fell off, which is a possibility. Or another possibility somebody else came up with, which sounded kind of a little bit far-fetched, which was there's apparently a plug in one of the galleries at the back of the engine. And if that plug comes out, you get a massive internal oil leak and you get no oil pressure. Now the other issue that somebody also said was that if the bypass sticks open on the oil filter, then it means that it will you'll get no oil pressure at all as well. All this I guess I got to investigate. The first thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and I'm going to drain the oil out, and I'm going to see if I can see into the oil pan and see if the pickup is in place. Might even go and fish around in there with a magnet and see if I can find any screws or plugs or anything of that sort. And if I do, then I got some idea that the problem is in the bowels and the engine there. More than likely than not it is with that. He said he maintained it fairly well. He said that last time he changed the oil was about 3,000 kilometers or miles ago. I'm not sure which. I'm going to say, you know, either way it's still within the service interval, you know, typical service interval for these things. Not sure what the displacement of this engine is. It should actually say on here. 5 liters, so that's a 305. I wasn't sure if it was a 350 or not, but that confirms it. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you here. Well, this might tell me something interesting. No, it looks like we got plenty of, oh, thanks. Yeah, we got plenty of brake fluid, so whatever that brake light warning that's on is all about, it's not that we're losing brake fluid. Oh, you suck. Oh, we'll deal with that later. Okay, I'm guessing that's the ABS controller there, or that could be the computer, but no idea. I think these trucks had rear ABS. Maybe it was just an option. Could be any of those things, regardless. So I'm gonna investigate that. I'm off all next week, and I'll have a look at that. You know, have a quick look at that and see what I can do. I'm not gonna dump any money into this thing until I know for sure what that problem is. I've got a couple other engines. I've got 2 other small blocks that I could potentially drop in this thing. Neither are great, but you know, they don't have a massive oil pressure issue, so either one would be better than this one. If I want to really burn a lot of fuel, I've got a big block Cadillac engine that I could drop in here, but I'm not too interested in doing that. That's for a different project. Apart from that, you know, I guess the other possibilities are that the oil pump shaft has broken. I think that the pump is, you know, like if it's like every other small block Chev, which it should be, it's driven off of a keyed spot on the bottom of the distributor, so unless that's sheared off, I don't see how that could have happened. I don't know if this engine has ever been changed out or serviced, you know, had a major overhaul or anything like that. I don't see any tags or anything on it that would indicate so, but who knows. So I don't know if somebody had been messing around in the engine and it potentially could have come apart. Or this thing might just have finally just completely packed it in. You know, I might have wasted $600. But for $600, I'll get a good set of tires, and scrap value will be probably $200 to $300 anyways, so I could part it out if it becomes too much of a money pit. You know, unlike that one, which I don't dare part out, and that one's still not on the road. Regardless, I'm just rambling at this point. So how's about I end this and just say thanks for watching, guys. I am still working on the self-balancing scooter idea. I'm just doing electronics right now, which is pretty dull, and it's because I'm doing it in the house. I'm sitting in front of the computer while I'm doing it. It means I'm kind of doing it pretty slowly. So I'll try and knock that stuff out tonight, and maybe tomorrow or on the weekend we can get that thing finally going and rolling. Apart from that, I think that's it, guys. I'll probably tack on a couple of videos from yesterday, just of the goats and a cat fight, and you guys can enjoy. Later.